The Utah-Colorado line as the deaths of 3 firefighters weigh heavily.
Their passing has become national news and gives new attention to dangers faced by wildland teams. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Mika Miyashima.
I'm Brian Malahy. The Snyder fire started in Utah from lightning, then spread to Colorado. And these images are from a community about 20 miles from the Utah line. A solemn procession this weekend for 3 firefighters who died near the border. A street lined for vehicles carrying the dead.
The Forest Service says that the victims deployed emergency shelters during what they described as a burnover incident. Those shelters are made of aluminum foil and silica cloth and are described as a last safety resort when firefighters are trapped by flames.
Tonight, 2 News sent questions to the Interior Department looking for more information on the firefighters who were killed. We asked about their identities, where they were from. I also asked about conditions of 2 firefighters who were hurt and why emergency shelters in this case were not enough to save lives.
Governor Cox called the firefighters who died in the line of duty heroes.
The governor asked for prayers for their loved ones, for the firefighters who were hurt, and every firefighter still on the line.
Last Thursday, the governor warned of extreme danger, calling this fire season unprecedented. He also ordered a statewide ban on personal fireworks. The U.S. Forest Service is also mourning the firefighters who died, saying their commitment to protecting the public, communities, and natural resources exemplifies the highest ideals of public service.
Tonight, people in Eureka are back home again after being evacuated twice.
The okay to return was given today as the fight marches on against the iron and cherry fires. Our Leslie Duarte is live tonight with the story of a happy homecoming. Leslie.
I am in the town of Eureka where people have come back home today. Now, there was some rain over this area and firefighters say that did help in some ways, but the town is still not in the clear. They are still in a set status, which means people should be ready to leave if they have to evacuate again. Linda and Lori are grateful to be home again.
We didn't think we'd get to come home today. We didn't think we'd get home till at least tomorrow, so we're very thankful.
They were evacuated when the iron and cherry fires sparked Friday.
I told my mom I felt like we were on a merry-go-round that we could never get off of, just up and down, you know.
I asked the fire spokesperson, Brianne Liston, if Eureka will have to evacuate again.
That really is dependent on a lot of different factors. If we get more conditions like we were where they were in critical, it could be a possibility, but we're fairly hopeful.
Crews have made progress on the iron fire. Today's rain helped. Now their focus is on the cherry fire.
Right now, we are taking full advantage of the weather that we have with the lower temperatures, kind of softer winds, and the firefighters are doing the best they can.
Just how grateful and thankful we are to everybody, especially the firefighters and their families. We only had to leave for a day. They never know when they're coming home.
The cherry fire is over 34,000 acres and it remains at 0% contained. Reporting live from Eureka, Leslie Duarte, KUTV 2 News.
All right, thanks so much, Leslie. People at Canyonlands National Park are being told to evacuate immediately as the Babylon fire grows. The Needles district of the park is closed. That's hundreds of thousands of acres. Parts of the Bears Ears National Monument are also closed at this time. The Babylon fire exploded to more than 16,000 acres. The fire has not made it to the park, but it's been pushed in that direction.
To the east of that, the Horsehead fire has grown to roughly 600 acres and it's reportedly threatening structures. Wind has spread the fire and there are not enough people to fight it, at least not yet.
Near Beaver, the largest fire in Utah and even the country has grown 1,000 acres larger. The Cottonwood fire is now more than 93,000 acres. People in Marysvale, Junction, and Circleville are also ready in case they're ordered to evacuate. A public meeting is set for 7 p.m. tomorrow at Beaver High School's auditorium.
Fire threatened 4 homes in Tooele this afternoon. Crews pushed the fire to the back of the homes on North Lakeshore Drive. No one was hurt. The homes were saved. Tooele County Fire says someone, whether intentionally or not, started this fire.
Yeah, more fires popping up across the state, and Margaret is looking at what kind of conditions firefighters are up against.
We got the winds again that we have to deal with tonight, huh?
Yes, and you know what, they are starting to die down, but throughout the day today, it's southeastern Utah again that was an extreme fire danger, calling this, the National Weather Service, a particularly dangerous situation. You might remember a couple of days ago they had issued that for more of the central part of the state, so that kind of shifted for today over into the southeast corner. Same as yesterday, we had that same extreme weather yesterday as well. So now tomorrow things are looking up because fire danger is still there, but if you look at from order of least to greatest, elevated is on the bottom of the list, but we still do have elevated fire danger. It just won't be extreme. So out there today in southeastern Utah, we talked about the particularly dangerous situation, which was the third ever issued by National Weather Service. But that means very rapid fire spread, life-threatening fire behavior, and we know that some new fires started today in that area. The cold front is now starting to slowly move out of the state, and you can see the winds are still whipping in some of these areas south of the front, but eventually that front pushes all the way through. Now we still have a red flag warning in eastern Utah. We'll talk more about that. We have freeze warnings to cover because yes, it snowed in some of Utah's mountains this morning, and guess what? We've got snow out there again tonight. We're going to look at that snow from this morning, where the snow is heading for tonight, and where we'll see the rain as well, along with the cold temperatures coming up.
Not exactly the time to get the skis waxed and sharpened and the bindings tuned, but
maybe not,
you know,
as
it's
we
a
head
good
to
sign.
July.
It's not a bad sign. All right, Jill, see you in a little bit.
Power is back up and running for those impacted by Rocky Mountain Power's public safety power shutoff.
The company thanked crews keeping the state safe. The shutoffs started on Friday because of high winds and, of course, the large wildfires. Another fast-moving wildfire prompting some evacuations in Colorado.
We have new video tonight of the Golden Mountain in Eureka County. It's grown to over 570 acres. Officials have declared a state of emergency because of this wildfire.